What's up, beautiful souls? I love you. Just gotta say that I love you. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. And if you're new, welcome. I have another powerful message. I say that often, I know, but it genuinely is what humbles me and brings me so much satisfaction in my own soul's journey, if you will. The privilege to be able to tap into another's world, another's energy, reminds me that we're all in this together, and energy is universal, and the messages from spirit is always so tender and so graceful. And whether you're conscious of it or not, entrusting me with that, because energy is intimate, it is sacred, it's not something I take lightly. And your guys' energy is so beautiful. You don't even know how often it moves me. It moves my soul. So thank you. Thank you for entrusting me. Thank you for showing up. Whether it's this reading or past or future, not one is less significant than the other. And a reminder that we're all hand in hand walking this journey home. So thank you. If you are new and these readings resonate with you, please do feel, if your soul feels so called, subscribe. I am all about building this community of my brothers and sisters. There's profundity in knowing that we're not alone and finding one another all around the world. What a beautiful time to be alive, if that is possible, where our lights are uniquely dispersed exactly where they need to be. If you've been a part of this journey, welcome back. You know I love you. I love you so much. None of this is possible without you. And I don't know why this is calling to me, but it's just that reminder, right? These messages come when it's hard to hear or see, when we're in the thick of things, or sometimes the messages just comes in to solidify and give you confirmation to what you already know. So, give you a briefing of how these readings go. I sit in meditation, I do my auto writing. I'm going to, fair warning, give me a little grace. They come in fast and my little hand can't always keep up. Sometimes it's hard for me to read. But then we lay a spread of tarot and then we'll finish with an oracle card. And without any further ado, let's get to today's reading. You didn't come to be stagnant, to be stuck in despair or outrage. You came to experience it all, to move through it all, to embody and witness the expansion of your own soul. Dear one, we know it can seem paralyzing and at moments become frozen in time. When you look around and it seems nothing changes day by day. But if you could only witness the ever-changing incremental shifts that take place in the nucleus of the DNA, you would be moved to stand witness of your ever-evolving growth. You are the work of art. You are the masterpiece. And not one thing is amiss. You are divinely crafted in all your glory to be and experience the magnitude and the embodiment of blessings that you are. That's why you chose to come. To call back all your energy and realign all the fragments that you are Yes, the highest, best version you can imagine. But we tell you, even that is an understatement of that which you are. You are so very loved. We know you are frustrated with self at times. We know you desperately seek the answers and lose patience at times because the manifestations haven't fully blossomed or ripened. But as with every seed, tending and nurturing and environmental influences must be fully intact for germination to happen. And even when the seed cracks, it too takes time to reach its full potential. Don't you see? Deep-seated roots must be acquired in the enriched nutrition-based soil. There are so many factors you haven't considered because you are the seed with so much potential, which is your fated destiny to become. But we assure you, all the needs for full blossom are being attended to. Not one detail goes amiss, and for there is a divine orchestration at play to ensure your masterpiece of the soul you are is experienced and brought to light. Find comfort in knowing you are exactly where you are supposed to be. You cannot and will not miss any significant moment that was for you, that was meant for you. Even to the moments of current feelings. There are lessons for you to consume which only acts as light and watering to your soul. You haven't seen anything yet, but we assure you what will come and what you signed up to witness and experience is worth every moment of murkiness, if you will. Be patient, demonstrate a grace, and surrender into the practice. You have never been forsaken, but carefully attended to in every way. We promise, we promise, we promise. You will bear witness, and your life will never be the same. For this is much more than what you have yet to fathom. Find peace in knowing you will see the miracle, which is the essence of who you are. We promise it's going to get better. We promise change is happening. And we promise it's all going to be worth it. You are so loved. And when you doubt it, we ask you to close your eyes and lean in with your soul. Feel us. We are all around, helping, cheering, and loving you every step of your courageous journey to self-discovery. Again, you haven't seen anything yet. So we pull some cards. And we have an underlining energy of the temperance, representing you. Your purity in the white, the elegance, alchemizing, consciously or not, right? She pours from a water jug and it turns to wine. When I see birds around, to me it's spirit. Divinely guided, supported. Whether you're conscious of it or not, this is the underlining energy. You are amongst a transformation. You are amongst finding the harmony and the balance of it all. Then we pull a card, the one oracle card that represents you, the heart of the spread. It's the spellcaster, manifestation and magic. And I can't help but feel like with this card, you are indeed manifesting. You are indeed bringing something to fruition. Especially with the temperance being the underlining energy, right? Alchemizing the water into wine. But immediately when I see this card, I'm brought back to losing patience at times because the manifestation hasn't fully blossomed or ripened. So whether you're aware of it or not, feeling maybe impatient at times, and the changes that are happening at a DNA level. You're doing it. She is creating her little brew here, right? But it doesn't mean the potion's done yet. She's still attending to it. But magic is happening. But what's your crossing energies? Where are your challenges? Comes with the Queen of Wands. And I gotta mention this. I saw this often, like as I was going through your cards. And it's interesting because it's the only queen that showed up. But as I was shuffling, I swear I saw it. The queens popping up quite a bit. The queen is divine in that she's nurturing. She is in her feminine, which is the creator, right? The creation, flow. And in this picture as the Queen of Wands, there's a lot of Sagittarius energy, if you will, from the Temperance to the Queen of Wands. The fiery energy is the leadership. It's the creative side of, like, she's playing her instrument. Her surroundings give influence, give her inspiration for what she creates, what music flows from the instrument. It's confidence. It's elegance. It's the energy that you are, right? Man or woman is the energy that is as a challenging aspect right now. Because as it comes on its side, it also represents it in reverse. And in reverse, it's insecurity, it's doubt, self-conflict, unsure of one's ability. Though you can play the instrument beautifully, do you doubt the masterpiece of what is being played? I think you know, but you doubt. It's challenging. It's what kind of got you up in the middle of the night, like, and what I'm working towards is it actually bringing anything? I feel that you're afraid you're in stagnation, because when we pull the spread or the demonstration of where you are and how you foresee the problem of where you're at currently, it's still powerful. It's still beautiful. We have the Two of Pentacles, but it comes from reverse. Now, what's interesting is we look at this. When I look at this card, I see the two ships, two different destinations. In reverse, I don't know that you know where you're headed. I don't think you know where, when you're in the heat of what's happening around you right now, whatever circumstance it is, which is ultimately leading you to see yourself and the beauty and all that you are. I don't know that you don't fully know where it's going to lead. Even when you envision your higher self and the beauty of all that you can be, even Spirit and Download says, it's understated because it's so much more. It's so much more beauty than you can even compromise or fathom or understand right now. Comprehend is the word I was looking for. Moreover, there's waves, right? And that's the emotion, that's the water. I think it comes in waves for you. But despite all that, it comes with a strength. Telling me your tenacity to stay on this path is very real. And though you may not know where it's all going, and you don't know necessarily if anything is coming to light or blossoming or ripening, germinating of what the effort you're putting forward, you are consistent. You're staying the path. And you know it. This is your point of view. This is how you witness it. Meaning, you know you're a strong soul. And you're forging forward. But I can imagine it could be probably hard if you don't know what it's all for, right? You don't know the destination. You don't know what ship. I almost forgot. The other thing that stood out in this position, on her wrist is an infinity sign of her bracelet, if you will. And on his hat, there's an infinity sign. It caught my attention. So I went ahead and I Googled the significance of the infinity sign. It represents eternity, endless balance, and the interconnectedness of all things, encouraging a sense of unity, purpose, and continuous growth. So whether you're conscious of that or not, it is within your environment right now. It's the interconnectedness of it all, recognizing there's continuous growth. So long as we're breathing, we're still developing. There's still more to be grasped. And I think you know that. For it to show up in those cards, both having an infinity sign, it definitely grabbed my attention. I wanted to bring that to the consciousness as we were discussing this. So then I ask, from Spirit's point of view, higher perspective, right? When we're not in the midst of it, looking outwards, what is the real problem? What is the real difficulty we have? It's got a few cards here, so let's break it down. We have Knight of Swords. Immediately I see the chessboard, right? It's strategic. He holds a queen in his hand. The queen is powerful. She is the one player we don't want to lose on the chess game because she is strategic. She is capable of doing things that nobody else can. Not even the king. Again, it's not about man or woman, but the dynamic of it. We have clouds that are pretty cloudy. Oh, gray. To me, demonstrating confusion maybe at times. But then again, we have a bird. A higher perspective, spirit, looking after you. And your determination. Your determination to get through this. Whatever this is. Whatever is got you feeling stagnant or at times outraged, all the words that or feeling stuck. Spirit sees that. Spirit saying, we're watching over you. There's a higher perspective. Yes, you may be in the fog right now. You are powerful. You hold the master. You hold the key piece, if you will. But it comes with the Emperor in reverse, which suggests to me that are you being a bit rigid with yourself? Are you giving yourself the grace, the patience? Are you allowing yourself to surrender to the practice? I would think Spirit saying is something you could probably lean into. The Emperor in reverse, because he's probably, when it's in reverse, and it is, are you being too hard on yourself? Are you being too rigid? Are you having high expectations of something that needs to be nurtured, tended to? You can't crack open a seed and expect it to blossom. All the external factors have to be at play. And then it's clarified furthermore with the Hermit. A reminder to come inward, to lean in to the flame that keeps you moving forward. The flame that gives you the answers in the dark is intuition. Knowing that you're not going to find any of the answers necessarily on the outside. This is an internal thing. You are undergoing witnessing, and embodying, based on all given circumstances, the wisdom. The wisdom that's leading you to your higher self, to that which you are, calling back the energy and the fragments. And what comes to my mind is to construct you to your masterpiece, to the beauty of remembrance. It's the theme of the whole reading. Embodying your higher self is how I feel about it. But when you're in it, we can lose patience. We can be rigid with ourselves. So we ask Spirit, what is the guidance? And I read these cards. So we have the Ace of Swords. Again, it's analytical. It's strategic. It's intellect. And it's clarified with the Five of Swords, but it's in reverse. When I see this, I can't help but read this as Spirit saying, has victory come at the cost of others? Maybe at the cost of you, which has led you to the duality or the consequences of feeling frustrated, taken advantage of, been done wrong, but also recognizing that even that too are the tools, or in this analogy, the seed, like the environmental influences that are necessary for you to gain a deeper and more profound truth, right? And once you see how people have done you wrong, whatever it may be, the resentment, the hurt, the things that sting, is actually what's needed to help fully develop you, so that you can gain that higher perspective, a new path, a new understanding. The aces are new, but it's from a deeper awareness and understanding. And you'll be able to apply your logic and intellect when you fully understand why bad things had to happen to you. A newfound appreciation, if you will. And I feel like Spirit's saying, being able to gain that perspective, to change your awareness, to see why things are happening for you and not to you, is what creates victory for what is to come. Because what is bound to come, right? We go back to, you haven't seen anything yet. Your download assures you, we promise beautiful things. So the potential outcome, again, I have to read it the way it all kind of comes out, right? We have the Eight of Cups. It comes in reverse. Eight of Cups is the ability to move on from things that are no longer serving you to something better. But it's in reverse. So what's this speaking to me? I see this, and it's got surrounding cards, so I'll go further. I'm reminded we don't forget the things of the past. We don't forget our hurt or our pain. We can forgive. We can reconcile it. But if we were to forget it, we also would forget the wisdom that comes with it. The new profound identity of what helps us step into that full masterpiece that Spirit's developing within you. So are you going to forget? No, I don't think you're going to forget. That's not to say you're not going to step forward. In fact, we have the hangman that comes in reverse. So the hangman generally puts himself in an uncomfortable position so that he can see things differently. With it coming in reverse, I can't help but feel like the wisdom comes and you'll be able to allow yourself down when it's all said and done. And you won't forget. That's the gift. So you don't have to repeat the experience again. But undoubtedly, you will graduate. It comes with the world. It's finding that harmony, right? In here we see an angel, we see a dove, we see the lion, and we see the bull. It's the four representations of the different elements, all harmonized. She walks with grace, harmony. The world to me is the representation of graduation. And we go back to your download. Find peace in knowing you will see the miracle, which is the essence of who you are. Walking in your higher self. That's why you came. And you're not going to miss one lesson. Everything is happening for you. And you're going to be bearing witness to it. Absolutely beautiful. Just because you haven't made it through doesn't mean you won't. Finish with the oracle card. Pull a card is for the solidifying messages, anything I might have left out. Spirit has a beautiful way of pulling it all together. And I have found a lot of faith and trust. And if you ever wonder why I do a pre-spread before cameras, because I take jumpers sometimes, it can take a minute. So I ask you again, have patience. Listen to Spirit. Every step of the way. Be fearless. Dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance and see where you might be cutting off, I'm going to start again. Dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully with gratitude, without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people, maybe you. You do not need this for that. In your exchange with others, you're doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have convinced you you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your will be filled. We love you so, so much. I'm taken back to this, and I'm sorry, I just have to, like, I'm rereading it, like the Emperor in reverse, right? Are you being rigid? And maybe I missed that. For some of you, maybe it's because you're such a generous giver, healer, rescuer. Good time to accept help. Even if it's from your guides, leaning in and feeling that support, knowing that they're all around you. Surrendering. I love you guys so much. If you made it this far, if you haven't yet and it resonates, please feel free to subscribe. I love building this community of my brother and sister. As always, thank you. I appreciate these readings more than you know. And until next time, namaste.